Okay, so what we're going to do is recreate these two tables here. This one here is a table with borders, and this one at the bottom here is also a table. So create a new document, go to Insert, choose Table, and we're going to go 6 rows down and 2 across. First thing I'm going to do is resize the table. So I've just taken the Layout tab here at the top of the Table Tools and chosen 1 centimetre in width. Sorry, in height, I beg your pardon, not width. I want to first of all put something extra on top of my table here. Now, a useful hint with tables is Control and Home actually takes you to the top of your document. It looks like you're still in your table, but when you press Enter to go down a couple of lines, you can see that it goes down. So that's Control and Home, really useful to get to the very top of a document. And I'm going to use Table Tools here to draw a table. So I'm going to add a bit onto my table like this. And another one like this. So going back to my table here, you can see this bit at the top here, I've just drawn that in as opposed to actually creating it using any other table tools. When you finish with Draw Table, you can see your pen there, if you like. It's just to press Escape at the top of your keyboard or click on the Draw Table button again, and that gets rid of it. Okay, so we can do lots of different things. It's quite useful, as I said, and the reason this is such an irregular table here is because, and I know it looks a little untidy, it's just to give you some idea of some of the tools you can use to create a table. So if I wanted to put that line in there that I've got on this one, you can see that I just do that by drawing it. And so likewise, if I need to divide something up to into different sections, I can do it like that. This row here needs to be the same as the other ones. It's at 0.74 at the moment, which is up here on our Layout Tools, Table Tools Layout. Just going to make that 1 centimetre as well, just to make it the same size, same height as every other row in the table. The other thing that's quite useful is that if I have a line here and I want to actually just move this one line, so in other words this whole section here is a column, but I just want to move this one line in a table, I'm going to use this black arrow that you can now see on the screen just by hovering over in the bottom left hand side of my cell, because I want to select the cell itself, not the whole table. So I can just move that one. I can also merge cells by right clicking and choosing Merge Cells. And the other thing I can do with tables is to use Table Properties on the right click, which is also, I think, on the up here, just here on the Table Tools Layout ribbon, Properties. I can use Table Properties to fix row height, so I'm specifically asking for a height on these cells, but if I leave it at least here, it will increase with the amount of text that anyone puts into it. I'll give you an example. If I just type in here some random text, you can see that the table row refits, and that may be what you want, it may be what you don't want. So what we're going to do now is with just this one row, we're going to go to Table Properties, we're going to go to the row, and we're going to make that exactly. And now what happens is when I put some random text in there, you can see that it actually only allows you to put 2 lines of text in. So a really useful tool. Shading, 2 ways of doing shading. You can use Design here and go to Shading, or you can use the Home ribbon and there's shading just here. Either one of those. To select non-adjacent cells to shade, you can hold your Control key down. Remember the black arrow I showed you earlier? So I'm selecting that one, I'm selecting that one, I'm selecting that one, and maybe that one, for example, and I want to shade them all. So I just did that by holding my Control key down as I went, and then I can use this shading to shade them all in one go. I'm going to just fast forward here to have my table created, and then I can show you 1 or 2 other things about forms.